and welcome to Colins Time to Bake. This week we are making MonetXChange sponge cakes. MonetXChange, this is your crown. Made of sponges just for you. You can wear it with your dress. Inspired by MonetXChange, the drag queen from season 10 of Drag Race, I decided I was going to make a sponge cake. A sponge cake. A sponge cake. Yeah, that's what it is. That's pretty much all I have to say, so let's get started on the baking. Preheat your oven to 160 degrees. In a bowl, put 225 grams of butter, then 225 grams of caster sugar. Whisk this together until they are combined. And then add in 4 eggs, one at a time, blending in between each time. Now you'll want to add 225 grams of self-raising flour. It's super important that you use self-raising flour, otherwise it won't rise. Seems fairly straightforward. Now you'll want to add in a flavour. What flavour do you ask? I have no idea. It's completely up to you. This is your chance to do what you want, really. I've used gin and tonic flavouring because, you know, what drag queen doesn't like a wee tipple? But you can use vanilla, or lemon, or lime, or... So yeah, pop in whatever flavours you want to. Use 2 teaspoons. Make sure that you don't use chocolate though, because chocolate will change the colour of the cake, and you want it to be yellow. Which leads me to add yellow food colouring to the yellow colour that you desire. Remember that when you bake it, it will be slightly brighter on the inside than when it looks like it in the bowl. I don't really know how that works, there's science or something. Now you want to line or grease a 20cm or 8-inch square cake tin. Pour your mixture into this and then pop into the oven. Make sure it's nice and smooth, flattened. And then pop into the oven for about 30 to 40 minutes until a knife comes out clean. You'll know when it's ready because, well, it'll be ready. Once it's ready, take it out, pop it onto a wire rack and leave it to cool completely before you do anything. Trust me. While it's cooling, you'll want to make the buttercream. You need 100 grams of butter and about 200 grams of icing sugar. Put this in a bowl, blend it together till it's a nice consistency, and add your green food colouring. Add it to whatever colour of green you want it to be. This is going to be the top of your cake, so that's what's going to make it, well, the scoury bit, the scrubby bit of your sponge. This bit! This bit. Okay, so your cake is now cooled. It is time to slice off the edges, so you want to take the brown edges around the outside, and then you'll want to cut off the top. You can do this however you wish. You can use a fancy cake cutter thing, or if you like me, don't really have one, you can just use a regular bread knife and rotate this cake instead of actually having to do any cutting. It makes life so much easier. You're basically working in a spiral all the way to the center. And then flip the lid off. You need to keep the lid because you're going to be making a nice texture color for the top of your sponge, because the buttercream is not just the top. Oh no, there's a little, well, it's a layer essentially. I don't know what I'm doing. Take the top, put it into a blender or whatever you want to, just make it into breadcrumbs, and you'll want to add green food colouring to this and make it green. It will be slightly yellow, so just keep adding a bit more green, just keep going. Again, it doesn't really matter what colour of green as long as it's green. Green. Time to assemble. Assemble! Take your buttercream, spread this evenly over the top of the cake. You don't want it to be too thick, about, I don't know, 1.5 millimeters. Oh, I forgot to tell you to flavour your buttercream, whatever you want. It's up to you. So go back, flavour your buttercream, and I'll meet you back here. Okay, you're back, good. Spread your buttercream evenly over the sponge cake, and then take your breadcrumbs, which should hopefully now be green, and sprinkle this over the top. Make sure it's nice and even. To cut this, you're going to make 6 cakes out of it. Divide your square into thirds from the top to the bottom, so you have 3 long rectangles. Cut these out, and then you'll want to finish by cutting straight down the centre of the 3 rectangles. That will give you 6 evenly spaced sponges. That'll look a little bit like this. Oh, now I know what you're thinking. Is it real? But let's eat it and see what it tastes like. Taste test. So there you have it, my MonetXChange sponge cakes. You may not have been the winner of Drag Race this year, but you were a winner in my heart. I'd love to bequeath you this beautiful crown. Or I can just keep it. No, I look quite good. Okay, so catch me on all the social media, check out my newly reformed website, and I will be Well, I'm going to eat some cake. My name is Colin. This is Colin's Time to Bake. Thank you very much, and I'll see you soon.